Jason Hunter's back again, chopping it up. What's on your mind, baby?
So the question was, is the 60s generation the last generation that soul? Or I guess the people who grew up through the 60s. But I would contend that from my generation, I was born in 1976, we had the alternative was this revolution against pop music. So you got, like the Seattle Sound and a whole bunch of music that was very much a rejection of electronic music, back to original roots, and they were singing about something meaningful. And partly that's because the nostalgia of the 60s and the early 70s was coming back through as part of the, what do you call that, that commercial press to reinvigorate the last generation stuff. I mean, not to be too cynical about it. But anyway, but that sound got co-opted, and basically, since the turn of the century, we've had a lot more electronic music and a lot more pop music. And there's several causes, because you've got the internet not only destabilized the music record industry, where, you used to have to buy a CD for $16. Now you can have songs for free, and now we've evolved to the point where Spotify, you get whatever you want for $10 a month or whatever. And so it's changed the nature of the way that we engage with music. But there's also another factor. We all have these gizmos, and so there's a lot more opportunity for people to put their headphones on and play with their computers and keyboards or their phones or whatever, and turn their individual experience of making music into this unique individual thing. But it's at the cost, I think, of some of the way live music works, where you've got multiple people working together, listening to each other, feeding off of each other. And so one of the things I like to think about my role here as the host of the open mic at Skybar, and also I do sound, but I think it's important to keep showing people that live music is a different thing than is recorded music, and it's okay. Like, neither one is necessarily better, but in order to keep that spirit of I guess what you're saying, the soul of music alive, it requires people to play the music. It requires people who are engaged in listening to the music, dancing with it, curious about it, amazed by it, really. And so I guess that's part of my ongoing mission as a person in a position to encourage musicians. Skybar, this is Jason Hunter. That's actually a very good point. Like, are we recording again? Yeah. We got it? Okay. Well, because I was going to talk about the lyrics. It's like the metaphor or the poetry has sort of been lost in a lot of these pop songs. Instead of, before you used to write about a rose or a river, and those are like sexual metaphors, and now they're just like, let's go get it on in the back of my car, and so I don't know why that happened. Maybe it's the fast food mentality, like, just get to the point and we want this now. But in our current situation with the Trump administration and all the changes that are happening, it's like the cultural war is back on. And I am optimistic that that's going to trigger a lot more. I mean, maybe it's not the same type of fear that not the fear of failure so much, but fear of losing what we've worked so hard for decades to build. And, that's what a lot of the soul from the music of the 60s and the 70s comes from, is these people who are saying, we don't want this cold, commercial, like, inhuman world to dominate our, artistic existence. And so I'm optimistic. I hope that will be one of the silver linings of the next few years. And you already see it with people getting more motivated, they're protesting, they're standing up, they're donating to charities that they probably should have been donating to anyways, and really making a noise. And so that's one of the beautiful things about music in general, is it's this great way to connect with people. You connect viscerally through the sound of it, but then on top of that you've got the lyrics, and you can communicate ideas. And I mean, a similar thing happened with hip-hop, like hip-hop was this real story about life,
urban
life for them, for the people who are hip hop, and like, a lot of white people had no idea like what was going on. But then that kind of got co-opted like alternative music, and then now it's like a feature of pop music rather than a poetic expression of my life now.
Give it to him raw now, Blind Swordsman.
Yeah.
introduce this blind assassin to him, baby.
Yeah.
Go get him.
Let me get him. Yo, and some of y'all don't know why I'm rhyming. It's because I've perfected this rhyme and the timing. Keep it coming every day, man. I'm just lining up for the big shot, man. I'm talking big pop, man. I got the energy and it comes from the center of me. And I'ma never give it to them the way they like it, but I keep it raw, man. That's how I write it. Keep it from the dome, man. Nothing ever really bothers me, but I've been pop G, and I don't have a problem giving it to you straight. And I'm talking about the rhymes, listen to them hate. They be talking, but I'm chilling with my kinfolk, and the flow being cleaner than soap, and I keep it. Oh yeah, man, the shit is still raw. Listening, look at how I chill, y'all. And I'm chopping it up with the label. Never stopping, man, I'm baking bread under the table. Man, I keep it all about the flow with the quickness. And hell yeah, man, I stay the slickest. Chopping it up, came with the famous shit. We about to take aim at your lane and shit. Hell yeah, man, I came with another playlist. Playing it strong, that's why they hate it. Man, I've been giving them the real listen.